1 2 1 2, mic check 1 2 1 2. What the deal? How you guys feeling today? Yeah, you know how it is, you know how we doing. I'm out here for the Haitian Embassy with my sign, Haiti Lives Matters. We send it off, Haiti Lives Matters, and the neo-colonization of Haiti by Bino, Core Group, OAS, IHRC 14 billion, Petrogroup 8 billion, Haitian people nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason why I'm here today is I came out here because I decided to break down the indigenous army of Haiti. You know what I'm saying? I came here to make a video to break down the indigenous army of Haiti for you guys. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys get a look at this. See what it says, right? Let me see. Do you see what it says? Let me see. Make sure you guys can get a look at this. Haiti Lives Matters. It says, Smedley Butler Marine, leader of the indigenous army of Haiti, commences Operation Tabula Rasa. Now, there's a couple things, right? There's a couple things. The indigenous army of Haiti. The thing about the indigenous army of Haiti is that the white historians, the historical narrative is that the indigenous army of Haiti isn't actually indigenous to the Americas. That's the story they give you. That's the historical narrative they give you, the white historians. But I have something to say. Believe it or not, Trump has this thing where he calls fake news. Well, my thing is fake history. Fake history. There's a lot of fake history out there. And everything the white powered infrastructure and the white schools teach you about black people is usually fake. Now, the thing with the indigenous army of Haiti is that what makes it so important is the Battle of Veritas. The Battle of Veritas is when the indigenous army of Haiti was formed. At the Battle of Veritas, after the Battle of Veritas. Basically, what happened was the way the indigenous army of Haiti was formed was that it was after the Battle of Veritas. Basically, the indigenous army of Haiti is 3 sections. It was the Dessalines and the people from the plantations that was fighting. It was the mulatto class that was also fighting. But people forget the Maroons. The Maroons that were in the mountains. The indigenous Maroons in the mountains of Haiti, they have been fighting ever since the Spanish conquistadors came to Haiti. Because what happened is the Spaniards colonized they colonized the eastern side of Haiti. The whole Dominican side, that's where they set up shop at, and they used that. From there, they went on and colonized all of South America. But that was their base to go in and colonize South America. The Spanish conquistadors was the Dominican Republic side. Meanwhile, all the Maroons of Haiti, they've always been on the west side of Haiti, the mountainous region. That's where all the Maroons escaped to. And Christopher Columbus, he stated when he got, it's written in his diary, Christopher Columbus has written in his diary that when he got to Haiti, he found black people there. He found black people in Haiti. He was shocked to find black people there. Copper-colored black people, brown people there. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was, and he documents that, and it's a well-known fact. Actually, it was a well-known fact, because all the explorers that came to the Americas, from Verrazano, from all of them, Henry Hudson, all of them documented that they found black people inhabiting, indigenous black people, indigenous aborigines inhabiting the Americas. But what happened was, that was a well-known fact until the mid-1800s, until the Homestead Acts, when they decided to erase history, to rearrange it, and whiten the history so they could erase the fact that there were indigenous black people here. As a matter of fact, Mali, the Kingdom of Mali. Everybody knows the story of Mansa Musa, right? Everybody knows the story of Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa was the richest man in the world. The richest man in the world, the Kingdom of Mali. The Kingdom of Mali was the richest nation in the world. Mansa Musa, his great-great-grandfather was the one who fixed up that nation. But basically, his predecessor, Abu Bakari was his predecessor. And his predecessor gave up the throne to take a trip across the Atlantic Ocean to the Americas because he heard there was a landmass over there. He wanted to explore it. Abu Bakari. And the going normal historical narrative is that he wasn't there, was that he never made it across the Atlantic Ocean. That's the historical narrative, that he never made it across, that he got lost or whatever. But check this out. In Haiti, it's documented. It's documented. Queen Anna Kanoa, the Queen of Haiti, and Christopher Columbus came. In her letters, in those letters, it's written that she wrote to one of her chiefs that the guys, when Christopher Columbus, he had some black people that were his navigators that helped him get there, more supposed conversos. And it's written that they wrote that those black people that was with Columbus looked like Abu Bakari and his expedition that arrived in the Americas. She wrote that. She mentioned Abu Bakari because when he arrived, it was a big thing. The news spread all around the Americas. They brought new technology with them. Everything spread. So basically, they were real popular, and then they brought so much good stuff. That's why when Columbus arrived, he was welcomed. They welcomed him because they thought he was bringing good stuff too, like Abu Bakari. But you check that out. It's all in the letters. The letters state, you know what I'm saying? All the letters state that Abu Bakari did make it to the Americas from Mali, you know what I'm saying? There was an exchange because people don't know the Atlantic Ocean has a little stream that makes it real easy for you to get here. It's like a little stream they have, a little streamline, a little river in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. But yeah, indigenous people. Why aren't black people recognized as indigenous people? Why doesn't the UN recognize black people as indigenous people? Because what makes this, going back to the Indigenous Army of Haiti, what makes it so amazing is that the Haitian people, they must have been like prescience. It's like they could see into the future because they had to know what was going to happen. Because the thing about it is, it was the Maroons, it was the indigenous Maroons of Haiti who insisted that we call it the Indigenous Army of Haiti. They're the ones who insisted that we call it the Indigenous Army of Haiti. They're the ones, and people don't know that why they wanted to do it. They were wondering why you insisted. Because somehow they knew that they were going to erase the fact that black people are the indigenous people of this world. Black people came first. Every other race comes from black people. Melanin, it's a melanated planet. Melanin is everything. Chlorophyll is melanin, you know what I'm saying? Everything comes from melanin. All other races came after us. That's why we are the original indigenous Aboriginal